What's up, guys? It's Mufado here, and
Joyce.
in this episode, we're going to talk about the 5 high income skills that you need to be successful in the home care business. In fact, in order for you to make a lot of money in the home care business. Skill number one is client acquisition. This piece, a lot of people are struggling with. Do you agree?
Yes, I do.
It incorporates a lot of things. The first piece of client acquisition is to know exactly where your clients are
Yes,
and how to get their attention.
that's right.
A lot of people don't know how to do this. And
Mm.
sadly, it's all guesswork on their part. It's a whole lot of let me pass out flyers, let me hand out business cards. But I've asked a question to
Yeah.
one of our students.
Mm-hmm.
I asked them, do you know any millionaires? If you do, how many of those millionaires do you know? They probably named one,
1%.
but they didn't have access to this millionaire. And in our training, we teach people how to get business from rich people, wealthy people, because wealthy people are the private paying clients that you really want.
Yes.
So everybody's going the lazy route, which is going for the low hanging fruit and going for the Medicare clients.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Getting Medicare clients is actually easy
Easy.
because all you have to do is go to caseworkers, build relationships with caseworkers.
That's right.
But that's so difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Client acquisition is so complicated because when you list out all the methods to acquire your clients, people leave out one. Most people that we talk about leave out one. And when they watch our videos or when they hear what we do,
Yes,
they're like, wait a minute, that makes sense.
that's right.
Acquiring clients from the internet makes sense.
It does make
We're in
sense.
2021 going into 2022.
22.
Why aren't you utilizing the internet?
Yes, yes.
That is crazy to me. If you're not utilizing the internet to acquire clients, you are out of your mind.
You already know this is that a lot of people stuck in doing things the old way. It's like if you've been doing something for so many years and it worked, so you get very like
Emotionally
comfortably attached to it,
That's it.
and it's really hard to come out of it.
And it's very dangerous to be emotionally attached to a method that's outdated.
I agree.
Sure, it worked in 2005 or 2011.
Even just 2 years ago,
Sure.
before the pandemic.
Yeah, let's say
Yes.
even 2 years ago.
Yes.
It did work.
Yes.
But is it working now?
No.
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 It's not the best method to acquire clients.
That's what I'm trying to tell you is that a lot of people, once they're used to something, it's really hard for them to break out of it,
That's true.
you know. So, unfortunately, not everybody is going to be able to make it in those terms.
I agree.
Not everybody's open-minded to learning new stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Especially when it involves technology, not everybody's interested.
I feel like that's just a cop out. It's an excuse.
You might look at it as an excuse, but to some people, they already made up their mind that, you know, this is too hard, I'm not good at it, and
But once you've mastered that skill of knowing where your clients are, especially online,
yes,
and know how to get their attention
right,
and get them to consider you
yes,
for their business,
yes,
that skill right there is invaluable. You work on that skill, you perfect it, then you scale it up.
yes,
The sky's the limit for you.
this guy's limit.
Because with the internet, you're not restricted to the network that you know.
That's right.
Chances are, if you're not a millionaire, you don't know any millionaires that you can tap into, that you have access to easily.
It's
We-
not easy.
It's not easy.
Yes,
We talk about this all the time that there are a bunch of wealthy people out there. They lock themselves away in these gated communities
sure.
because they want to stay away from your broke ass. It's
Okay,
true
for-
though.
Okay.
It's true. So
Do you think that's the real reason?
that's part of the reason. They want to stay with broke people.
It always goes back to the mindset if you think about
Sure,
it.
sure.
Yeah, the way rich people think is very different from people who are not rich.
That's true.
So the two cannot really
That's
get
true.
along
That's true.
well. Yeah. What kind of conversation are they gonna have?
Exactly.
This person is talking about investing and making more money, and this person, what are they gonna talk about?
They're probably talking about other people, gossiping,
Yeah, gossiping and what else?
talking about events. Oh, did you hear about Jay-Z's new album? Yeah, Jay-Z's new album is
Jay-Z
good.
is making
He's
out
like-
there.
First of all, you don't see Jay-Z out there.
No.
That's just a good example. Or
Yeah.
who's the other artists that are popular nowadays? Wizkid is a good
Yes,
artist.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
All these people.
The Cardi B's, you
Mm.
only see them on red carpets,
Yeah.
and if they're in the club, they're getting paid.
Understand these are loyal fans, and they want to talk about them, but guess what, these people don't even know you.
Yeah.
They don't know if you exist.
They don't even know you exist. They don't want to know you if you don't have money. So,
Yes.
how are these wealthy individuals accessible? It's easier to access these wealthy individuals online because the barrier to entry to access to these folks is easier
Yes.
if you have value to offer them.
Okay.
Simple and plain. Once you master that number one skill, you're good to go.
Good to go.
All right, skill number two,
Yes.
high income skill.
Yes.
In order for you to be successful and grow your agency and get to the next level is sales. I've talked to a lot of students, potential prospects of ours that want to take our course that don't know how to do sales. Maybe out of the 100+ conversations that we've had, maybe one I could tell was good at sales.
Good at sales. Yes, a lot of people are not good at it.
And this person who's good at sales was actually very respectful. They were very respectful of my time. They're
Because
very,
they understand it's,
Yes.
it's not an easy job.
it's not easy.
Yeah.
And they were respectful of the knowledge that we
Yes.
have
Yes.
and the value that we've built over the last couple of months. They're very respectful of that.
Right. Right.
So, sales is so important because it's a combination of a lot of things. Maybe I'll mention just three
Yes.
of those. First is how to listen. Most people are not good listeners. People are terrible listeners. Their listening abilities, their comprehension skills
Yes.
are very questionable at best. So if you're a good listener, chances are you're going to be able to know what the client wants and needs
Yes.
as far as the services that they require
Right.
for their loved ones. And you'll be able to demonstrate that you can deliver the best value.
The best value. Yes.
Secondly, you need to know how to close the deal once you've demonstrated that your services are the best value for the client. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't know how to close the deal. And this leads into the third aspect of the sales skills, how to ask for the money. Most people are emotionally attached to money. They have hang-ups about money. So when it comes to telling the client that this is the cost or the price of my services, they get nervous because
Yes.
it's not easy.
No, it's not.
I've practiced so many times to tell people what the cost of our program is, to the point where if somebody asks me how much the program is, I'll tell them and I just shut up. If you know how to do that and demonstrate with conviction,
Right.
with confidence, that this is the price and you exude confidence,
Right.
people will know that this is valuable.
So it goes back to being confident.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. And
Yeah.
if you're not confident, then it's gonna definitely affect how you ask for the money.
It's something about confidence. When you don't, illustrate confidence in yourself, then people are going to be even suspicious, or I don't know what's the right word.
That's true. It's true. They're like, wait a minute. Why are you not confident about your rates?
They won't tell you that,
Yes.
but in their mind they'll be thinking.
In their mind, they'll be thinking that. And also, the frustrating thing about having conversations with people that are looking to start the agency is they're always looking to be charging the lowest rates.
Let me tell you the reason why.
Why?
Remember, they're also looking at their competitors. My competitor is maybe charging in terms of hours, charging about $20
And now,
an hour. I'm going to charge 15 an hour,
sure.
or I'm going to charge 12 an hour. The reason why they want to charge those lower rates is because they're thinking that they are going to likely get more clients because they are charging low rates.
Low rates, yeah.
Because there's a high competition, so they are looking for clients. So the best way to get clients is by charging low rates. So I think that's how they look at it.
And you're right. And that's counterproductive because you should be going the other way.
The other way.
Because everybody thinks the way you just explained it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's the majority.
Yes.
Yeah, the majority thinks that way.
Yeah.
And majority is often wrong most of the time anyway.
Most of the time.
So you should go the complete opposite, because if you've never heard of this concept, there's a concept called red ocean and blue ocean. So the concept is all about working in a market that's not saturated, where you can dominate,
Yes.
versus a red ocean,
Yeah.
which is a market that's saturated and there's a lot of competition. In the market where you're charging the lowest rates, that's a race to the bottom. It's highly competitive. So you can't compete there, because the only way you're competing is by price. So you're demonstrating to the client that, I'm desperate for your money, for your
money.
business.
That's true. That doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good. But on the flip side, if you are charging the highest rates, no one can compete with you, because nobody's going to be racing to charge the highest rates,
Yes.
because they're scared to charge the highest rates.
Yeah, they're scared to charge the high rates. But also, it goes back to confidence. The reason why these people are charging low rates is because they are not confident enough that if I charge a higher rate, I'm going to get any clients.
Yeah.
Because they think that, maybe people are not going to even give me a chance or an opportunity, to work with me. So I might as well do the opposite. But if your services are very good, then why do you want to charge low rates?
Yeah.
When it comes to customers, there are different kind of customers. When you go to the mall right now, you're going to meet two different customers. There are customers who care about the price. They don't care about the quality of the product. And then the other customer cares about the quality and they don't care about the price.
That's
so they're
right.
willing to pay even $500 for a pair of shoes as long as the quality is good.
Is there.
And then somebody else was like, no, I'm not going to spend $500 on shoes, on one pair of shoes. No, that's too much. So they'll go for
the $50, $5 shoes at Walmart.
I don't know, 10 or 20 or
$5 at Walmart.
Yes. Yes. So it's the same thing. Like, there's that mindset that a lot of people have that, maybe if I charge too much, I'm not gonna get anybody.
That's
but
true.
let me tell you something. Those rich people, they see you charge a lot of money, then they know that this is good.
Yeah,
For you to charge that kind of money, then it must be some like
there's
really
something
good
there.
service.
Or
Yes.
they pay attention. Now that you get them curious.
Yeah, you get them curious.
Why are you charging the highest rates?
Yes.
That's what they're trying to figure out.
Right.
And if they can see that your value is better than the company, they'll pay it.
They'll pay.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
They'll pay it. If the going rate for your city or your county is, let's say, $35 an hour,
Right.
and you're coming in and be like, yo, my service is $50 an hour, that person gonna be like, okay, this is the highest rate I've heard so far. Tell me
Yeah.
more. Because rich people are used to paying those high rates anyway.
Higher rates, yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes. And also that shows your level of confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But we're not saying that you should be charging the highest rates and not have the value and the quality of service being
Of course
there.
you do.
You-
You do
come
need
on.
that. Yeah.
Come on. Like, that means if you're going to be charging highest rates, look for the caregivers that are asking for the highest pay and hire those.
Right caregivers with right qualifications.
Yeah, with the right qualifications,
Yeah.
they'll be very loyal to you.
That's
They
right.
will not go anywhere,
Mhm.
and they'll not even go look for another job. They're like, hey, I'm making enough here.
Yes.
I'm going to
I'm
stick
happy
it
with
out.
this
I'm
job.
happy.
I'm going to stick, working for this agency.
That's right. And in our course, we actually talk about how to build your confidence, and we talk about the sales training
Right.
if you don't have any sales training.
Mm-hmm.
All right, high income skill number
Yes.
3.
Yeah.
I think this is one is my favorite.
Okay.
The most underrated
Yes.
high income skill that you need to be highly successful in the home care business is the ability to create,
Yeah.
build, and manage processes.
Right.
Let me explain. Creating process. A lot of people, if you ask them how they invoice clients, they are not going to give you a straight answer because the process is not there. Very few people will give you a straight answer. Say, okay, this is how we invoice our clients. This is how the money comes in. This is how we manage our money.
Right.
This is how we know our profit and loss. Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Very few, maybe 1 out of 100 can tell you that with clarity. The other 99 are dizzy. They don't know. Creating that process is very difficult because it's all about trial and error. Even for us, we've had trial and error where we had to operate without a process and realize, oh my goodness, there needs to be a process in place for if somebody calls us.
Yes.
Here's a good example.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to talk to us,
Yes.
what does that process look like? We had to think about that.
Right.
Initially, we had this little chat bot on our website.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah. I remember.
We had
that.
this little chat bot on our website. I think at one point we even put out our email somewhere,
Yes.
or our
we
phone
did.
number.
No, we did put both the email and the phone number.
Right. And you will get some random person messaging you at
3 a.m.
3 in the morning. Exactly. At 3 in the morning.
1 a.m., 3 a.m.
Yeah. And they want an urgent response from you. I'm like, no, I don't want to be dealing with those people.
Yeah.
If,
It's very unprofessional.
yeah, if you respect my time,
Yes.
you have to book a time that works for both of us.
For both of us. Yeah.
You know, and we've also incorporated that process into our course. Our students have this process where once you enroll in the course, you have to complete a certain chapter, then you schedule time to talk to us, then we have a one-on-one session. You know, all these little processes. Not only that, how do you organize your lessons? Similarly, in the home care business, how do you organize your schedules
Yes.
for your caregivers?
It's very
How do you do
important.
that? Most people don't even know. They think,
don't
oh, I'm just going to call
No.
Susie and tell her, hey, there's a job that needs to be done in 2 hours. So go to
No,
go
you
to the
can't
job.
do that. No.
It's very disrespectful
It's very
to your
disrespectful.
worker.
Yes, I remember that. I had that experience too. When I was working for an agency as a nursing assistant, so my schedule looked like Monday through Friday. From 8 hours each day.
Hmm.
That's what I know. Like these are the days that I'll do it. I'll be working. It turns out that one time I was told that Friday I shouldn't come in. So I planned for the week knowing that Friday is my day off. I'm going to use that opportunity, my day off to do other things that I have to
You'd
do
already
personally.
planned your day ahead.
I had planned my day ahead. What happens is that on that Friday, I'm being called in the afternoon. I'm somewhere far away. They need me to take an assignment for a client. And this place that they are telling me to go to, it was going to take me about 2 hours and a half to get to.
Very far.
And I'm also somewhere far away. Do you know what I mean?
It's so unfair.
So I tried to explain and I told them, but I've been told that today was my day off and I had other plans, I won't be able to make it. And they're like, no, we need you to go to the client, whatever. I was like, but even if I'm to go now, this place is far away and I can't make it. So the lady got angry at me. It's not my fault, but
No.
she got angry at me and she started yelling. So the next thing I know is, I think she hanged up the phone or something. I didn't show up to the.
Very disrespectful.
Yeah.
You
So
see?
that actually made me quit the job. I've had other experiences, but this was like,
That was the final straw.
that was, yes. I was
That's
like,
because the managers or the owners of the agency didn't know how to manage a process.
yeah.
Chances are they put together a process, but they didn't know how to manage it.
But also another thing, Farah, is that these agency owners, they have this tendency that you need the job, right? So they will treat you anyhow, knowing that, you know what, they don't have anything to lose, but you have a lot to lose.
And you're
So that-
replaceable.
yeah, exactly. Maybe they treated other people like that too, but I wasn't going to take that nonsense.
Caregivers as if you're disposable.
You
But
see?
you know what's happened recently is that people have become fed up
Yeah.
with that mistreatment, that ill treatment.
It's not fair.
They become fed up, and the good workers are no longer putting up with it. So right now, it's become harder for people to hire caregivers.
Yeah, that's why we are talking about you have to pay your caregivers like good rates.
Good
because
rates.
if
Not
you're
only
gonna-
pay them good rates. Sometimes you could pay them the best rates, but your management and your process is broken, and is poor.
Yes.
They're going to get frustrated.
Yeah, they're gonna get
Yeah.
frustrated.
So to your point,
Yes.
the challenge that you have with the scheduling and everything, you should know how to perfect that. That's a high income skill that you need for your agency. Process.
That's yeah.
Number 4 is how to hire. This actually transitions perfectly into recruiting. Recruiting is so important, especially now that there are challenges of getting to keep loyal caregivers. How do you actually keep them? Because the hiring part is easy. You can hire a family member, you can hire a friend,
Yes.
but how do you keep them engaged in the job? How do you keep them from not wanting to leave?
Yes.
That's a high income skill. And
Right.
even knowing how to get those caregivers.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know how to do that.
No, they don't.
But part of it also, I do understand, because the process is not well defined for a lot of people, a lot of agency owners, at least that I talk to, even like the newer people that I want to get into the business,
Right.
they're always talking about, well, I have a friend, I have this so-and-so
Yeah.
family member that I know needs the job. Yes, it's cool to have those people work for you, but be very careful. Because the people that are closest to you are the first ones that are going to stab you in the back.
That's so true.
They're going to stab you in the
we,
back.
we have experienced it, so you know.
Not only that, they're going to start resenting you
Yes,
if you start calling them out on their BS.
that's so true.
They'll resent you, and if they know how to sabotage your business, they'll sabotage you.
Yeah.
They'll start.
That's why it's never a good idea to hire a friend or a family member, you know, to work with in business.
The only time that I do recommend hiring a family member or a friend is after you've hired strangers that are good.
Me, I disagree. I'm sorry.
Fine.
No.
Let's agree to disagree. But I'm willing to compromise
Okay,
and
that's
say
good.
the only way you should be hiring a caregiver that you are related to.
Like if I have a friend who needs the job or family member who needs a job, I'd rather recommend them
Oh,
somewhere else than, because it's gonna be really difficult.
Sure.
Because even when they're doing something wrong, and you have to think about how am I gonna approach this person.
yeah.
I don't want to deal with that.
That's
it's
true.
best that way.
And it becomes very messy. Like
Yes.
thinking about firing
And
them.
they'll probably also do things knowing that they're gonna get away with
They're going to
it.
get away with it. It happens
That's-
all the time.
that's
It happened to us.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Knowing how to hire and how to recruit, that process, beginning from where to get those candidates, how to convince those candidates to consider you. Because remember, the good candidates have options, right?
Right.
So you also need to convince the good candidates to come work for you. How do you convince them? There was this one person that I talked to that had the audacity to say, well, I'm looking to start my agency and I don't know where to start, and I'm looking to hire RNs and LPNs. I'm like, first of all, you're just starting.
Yeah.
What makes you think a registered nurse is going to give up a 6-figure job at that fancy hospital
Yeah.
to come work for your broke behind? I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Because that RN is going to start their own agency.
That's right.
What's stopping them from starting their own agency?
Nothing.
Besides, they're making 6 figures.
Yes.
Can you afford to pay that RN 6 figures?
No.
Can you?
No.
That's what I was saying.
No.
It's not well thought out.
No, it's not.
The thinking behind that is not very well thought out. Fortunately, in our course, we'll give you that process and we'll show you how to figure all that stuff out, how to recruit, how to keep loyal caregivers. High income skill number 5, this is the last one, is how to delegate the tasks that you already know how to do to people that are good at what they do and give them good directions of exactly what you want. Now, this is so hard. Let me explain what I mean. Even in our own training program, you can preview the course below this video.
Yes.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Even when we put together some good informative content, there's still people that are struggling to follow those directions. And it's not necessarily their fault, but it's a mutual thing, right? It's a situation that we need to improve upon.
Yes.
If it's more than one student that tells me something, it means I have to add a new lesson, or I have to redo the old lesson
Right.
to improve upon the
Yes.
message so that it's 100% clear, crystal clear.
Yes.
That's a high income skill in itself, because if you as an agency owner know how to delegate,
Yes.
you know how to delegate your accounting,
Right.
you know how to delegate your online marketing, your Google Ads, and you know how to delegate your web design, then those 3 things are tasks that you no longer have to focus on. Now you're only focusing on the 2 most important tasks, which are sales and closing.
Closing, yeah.
Right? You as the agency owner should be focusing the majority of the time on sales.
On sales.
But
yeah.
in order for you to focus the majority of your time on sales, you need to get rid of all these other lower value tasks so that you can free up time to do those things that are more important.
More important. That's right.
There's nothing more
Because that's the sales part is what's going to bring you the 80% of the results that you're looking for.
Again, back to the 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
Focus on the 20% that brings you 80% of the results.
Yeah.
There's nothing more frustrating
Yeah.
than hearing an agency owner saying, Mufaro, the reason why I reached out to you is because I'm not getting enough clients and I'm not making enough money. And when I asked them, how do you spend your day? They talk about, oh, I spend my day doing accounting, doing invoicing, and invoicing is actually important.
Yes.
I spend my time doing payroll. You know, you can pay somebody $20 an hour, $25 an hour to do your payroll, right?
Payroll. Yeah.
You know, you can pay
So
somebody
you save
$25
time.
an hour, $30 an hour to do your accounting, right? You just don't know how to delegate those tasks
Tasks,
to
yeah.
free up that time so
Yeah.
you can focus on acquiring clients,
Yes.
getting their attention,
Right.
and closing them.
That's right.
There's nothing more frustrating than that. So when I say, okay, so can you describe to me your day? Then they talk about all these things. I'm like, okay, are you willing to learn these high income skills that we're talking about in this video? You know what they say?
What do they say?
They say, I don't have time.
Let me tell you something. It's like, I know time goes so fast. Yes. But it's how you plan it.
That's true.
It's all about planning. You're saying you don't have time, but you find these are the same people that spend their weekends going either to the movie theater, to the mall, or going to hang out, or watching sports. So you're telling me you don't have time?
They're lying. They're lying. You know what it is? They're too lazy to learn something new. That's it. Anyway, speaking
Because
about
it's boring. That's
'cause
why.
it's boring. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's so
Yes.
boring. Talking about learning new things, we have a course that we created. Right now, in your area, in your city, your county, there are high net worth individuals
Right.
that are looking for the services that you have to offer.
Right.
We can show you how to get in front of these individuals through Google advertising. Google advertising is when somebody goes to search for service, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and then they find your advertising on there, and they click on it and they contact you. Then you close them. So we'll teach you how to do that. We'll teach you how to close these clients, hire caregivers,
Yes.
and we'll teach you how to create and build processes and manage those processes so you can scale up your home care business. If you're interested, if you're serious
Mm-hmm.
about getting into this business, if you're interested in scaling your existing home care business, then we want to talk to you. There are a couple of links below this video. Click the links. It will take you to our calendar, or you can preview the course for free so you can see everything that's in there.
Yeah.
Quick disclaimer. If you're disorganized, if you have a fixed mindset, please do not schedule time. We only want to talk to people who are serious,
Mm-hmm.
that are ready to learn.
Yes.
If you're not willing to put in the work, please
Then this is just not
do
for
not
you.
schedule time. This is not for you.
Yes.
I hope you got some value from this video, and we'll see you in the next episode.
See you and take care.
All right.